Hello YouTube, I found something interesting when I was shopping today, and since these things aren't so common, especially around here, I thought, let's do an unboxing. Let's actually start off by putting the knife away and having a look at the box. It's very nice and worn looking, and let's get this light out of the way a bit. It is Takara Tomy, so this is their Generation Select line. This is more of an exclusive. You could only order from online and then selective stores. I got this at EB Games, which is pretty much GameStop. So, sorry, thought I might as well pick it up. Some spoilers there for what's inside. I mean, it is a spoiler box after all. If you haven't seen War for Cybertron Siege or Earthrise on Netflix, this might spoil a little bit. I mean, not really, but there will be some minor spoilers. I really like this box. It looks like a bullet casing, not bullet casing, but like a magazine box, you know, where you'd have the rounds in there, and then you'd open it up and feed it into a machine gun. I used to have one of those, I don't anymore, I don't think. What's the top? Underneath is pretty boring, just links and stuff. And of course, Netflix original series. Alright, let's open this. So it's just 2 bits of tape. Don't do what I'm doing, cutting towards myself. Do this and cut away from yourself. So you can see these bits open. And then it just comes off. So maybe you shouldn't open the back tape. You should just keep that on and it will hinge open, which is pretty cool. I might reattach that just for display purposes. Alright, so the first thing you see is this weird compound stuff. It's literally like putty, and I'm going to be honest, it's going to go straight in the bin. But it does have stuff inside of it, and we'll keep that stuff. So past that, so that hinges open, and there we have this pull, and then we have our Siege Optimus Prime with the Earthrise trailer. So that explains why this box is so big. It's not Optimus Prime, but Nemesis Prime. And he does come with some extras. Very cool. And then, of course, got the instructions and all of that shit. And that is everything. As for this, I'm going to be careful taking this off, because I don't want to damage the box itself. So let's carefully cut around, and then give it a little bit of a push, and it should come out. It's got a decent bit of weight to it. We can go ahead, carefully close this up where it was before. And then that taps in there. That's very cool. I'll definitely keep this box. I don't often keep boxes because of the amount of space it takes up, but I'll definitely keep this one. So actually opening this putty here, we will it's actually kind of hard to open this. Isn't really a whole bit. It's like a yogurt container, or a mousse container, or whatever. Pudding. Let's make sure my pictures of my dog doesn't fall over. So I'm going to try and tap it out, give it a little bit of a squeeze, but it looks like it's stuck in there. You can definitely see there's something in there. And it's in a bag in there. So, I mean, it is very soft. And it does smell like Play-Doh. You could probably eat this. Don't mind there's glitter on my hand. I was wrapping a present for someone. And it was very glittery paper. But yeah, there's nothing else in there. So that's probably just gonna go in the bin. At least it doesn't like mark your hands, right? That's from an ink pen, but it doesn't mark your hands or anything. It doesn't stain things, so I guess that's alright. I guess if you're younger kid might enjoy that, I don't know. As this, which is still pretty covered in stuff, we can go ahead and open. It gives us Energon cubes. Just gonna put that stuff over here. And these are actually kind of soft. Still stuff. And there we go. These are actually kind of soft plastic. It's a really nice colour. They're a little small, a little too square for my personal taste of Energon cubes. I've made my own paper ones for my masterpiece collection for a while now, especially since I got the Soundwave that came with the clear box instead of the Energon purple pink box. So these are right. I definitely use these for like smaller Energon cubes, especially for the siege figures. They scale alright. Maybe a little small for masterpiece or anything bigger, but they're alright. So the moment we've been waiting for, let's actually grab some scissors to free him from his crotch bondage. These scissors are no longer sharp, unfortunately, so it might not be the best tool for the job, but there you go. So it is nice seeing the more enforced use of cardboard instead of plastic in this packaging. It makes it a lot easier to recycle. Alright, that is very nice feeling, and the red windows are very nice. There is a version that comes with like teal coloured windows, which is okay. I think I like this version a bit more. It's more Nemesis Prime. Well, no, this is more Alternate Universe Prime, whereas the other windows, one of them is the Alternate Universe, and then one of these is Nemesis Prime. So I don't know which is which. I think this actually comes with the same weapons that the Parallel Prime's Nemesis Prime came with, because this is the same sword, and I think that's the same sword, so that's like the Darksaber, and then this is his friend, I forgot his name, but which came with the original Generation 2 Nemesis Prime, the Octane Prime. It's this little like raptor bird thing, which looks pretty cool. Might display it like this, might display it as a sword, we'll see. It's lacking paint, but I mean that's more so the sword's more cohesive, but I could drop an eye or two in there, would probably make that a bit nicer. It also comes with the shoulder guns that the Power of the Prime figure came with, so you can make this super God Jinrai-esque with the huge shoulder guns, which I'll put more in the trailer, but don't fall over. There we go. Of course, I do have a normal Siege Prime, actually the 30th anniversary cel shaded version, but I'll give you a comparison in a minute. And don't scratch the plastic too much. There we go. I believe that's it. Yep, everything is free now. apart from this guy. Alright. That is beautiful. Now that is a nice paint job and trailer there. Oh, there's even more. Right, because there's the blast effect, of course, is his gun. This is even got a print on there. It's nice. We have so many little rubber bands, which I don't like because the single plastic tires to get everywhere and annoying to clean up. But that is a nice effect piece. It's like an explosion piece. Really nice. And then this is the, I don't know what they're calling them, Battle Masters, or I don't know. It's more of a Target Master sort of thing they're doing with Siege and Earthrise, where you have like the little guys that can turn into weapons and shields. This guy turns into a snake, and I think the paint job on this looks better than the original, which was transparent purple, which is okay, apart from the fact it's transparent plastic, and that has a tendency to break, especially for a Transformer toy. To have the whole body being transparent plastic is kind of risky. So it's a little mistransformed out of the box, that's fine. There we go. It's a little snake. I actually quite like that. Got a bird, the blaster, your effect, sword, and then these actually don't have a place to go on the trailer. They can't go up here. They can't do that. And it's got the twin pegs. Okay, it's interesting. I have to see if we can put it inside, which it doesn't even seem like you can do that. Okay. Full discretion, I haven't watched any reviews or other people opening or reviewing these. Alright, here are some other figures for comparison. So you can see we have the Earthrise Optimus Prime, the Siege Optimus Prime, the Orion packs, and Optimus Prime from Power of the Primes. So, full discretion, painted these guys up and have done a little bit of a modification using Lego for the Optimus Prime and the Orion packs to be separate figures. You can still combine them, of course, and all of that, but thing I want to check out was this figure with these accessories, because this was where these accessories originated from, was the recolor and repaint of this. So have a look, you could actually attach these here. Couldn't really attach them on the back, I don't think. Would be nice if you could attach it there. Appears to be it. Of course, you can attach them to the Orion packs. Could probably hold them. Can't really attach them anywhere else in the body though, which is kind of unfortunate. Probably transform this, and we'll have a look in a minute. For now, I'll put them aside, and we'll have a look at the other figures here. So, namely, we've got the 30th anniversary repaint, like the cel shaded style, and we've got Nemesis Prime here. So, things I noticed out of the box, this guy does have the slightly loose head that comes with this mold. It's pretty simple. You squeeze the head a bit, or you can add some glue and tighten it up. I did that to this figure, and it really tightened his head up. So very nice and solid. This one isn't as loose. This one isn't as loose as this one was out of the box. Like this one, the head would like very easily flop side to side, but this one actually can keep its pose decently. Something else I've noticed is we've got nice red eyes here, as you can see. It doesn't have the painting behind them, so it's pretty easy to do that. You can just pop the head in half down the seam. That's how you also add the glue on the ball joint to tighten that up. and you can paint the eyes, because the eyes are on the back piece, whereas the front piece is a separate one, and you can bring forwards. And that's what I did with this guy, is I gave him, I don't know how well you can see, some gunmetal silver there. I gave it gave the Earthrise Optimus Prime, because that had the same thing where the back of the eyes weren't painted, and, well, not the back of the eyes, but the eye shadow, I guess you could say, like around the eyes, wasn't painted, so sort of made it a little dull. I didn't want to go quite as bright as silver, so I went with gunmetal. This guy, on the other hand, is very nicely painted all the way around. Again, we'll do a comparison with all of these in vehicle mode. Okay, something let's have a look at is, see if this is painted at all. Nothing inside here is painted. We'll see in the transformation. It appears it'll be a silver plate here. I think yes, because this piece is silver. Now it'll be the plate that comes down here. Nope, it's black. I'm wrong. There you go. If you didn't know this, the original version of this plate here was painted silver, which it isn't here. Don't know if I'll paint the inside silver to give the windows a bit more pop. I think they actually look pretty good as they are. Trailers pretty much the same. Of course, this one I painted up. Open up like that. Same thing. Open up like that. Looks fine. Pretty much all black and dark grey. Batman would love that. And this guy is all just black, so might paint the window there, gunmetal silver, same as this guy. Let's have a look at them transformed, and we can see interchangeability and all that. Alright, here they are in truck mode. As far as compatibility is concerned, I mean, you can switch out the trailers, of course. And you can do the whole guns on the side of the Prime's figure, except you had the gaps in here. At least when it was black, that's all blended in a bit better, but this is all silver. It's kind of obvious. Could probably make some fillers for that if you really want to. As for like the other weapons and stuff, to be honest, also that's a really good connection there. They're just in here actually, and it's not, they can't really, the gun that was made for this figure originally can actually tab in. These can't really tab in anywhere on here. This guy of course can connect here. You can take off the shield bit, make a really big shield. As for the names, these guys are actually called Geezer and Fangstorm. So this is Geezer and this is Fangstorm, the pink one. A little bit obvious with that bit there. Maybe could paint in a little bit more of the details on there. Apart from that, I mean, it's still really nice. The paint on here, especially like the stripe, is beautiful. Figure goes together great, especially without the extra thickness of the paint like this one, which can be a little bit annoying sometimes. Doesn't have the side windows painted, which might annoy some people. I know the teal coloured ones did have the side ones painted. All the wheels are painted though, which is nice. This guy had silver plastic. Actually, that's, yeah, they're all painted, even though that's silver plastic, but they painted over it, which is really nice. They didn't need to do that, which is basically what happened with this guy here. And people didn't like that. And, you know, I even went over mine and painted mine silver. The silver down here is plastic, but it's fine. It matches pretty well. A little bit inconsistent, the silver here. That's more gunmetal compared to the silver. Very clear on the camera there. Would have probably like that colour more than that plain silver more, but god, that looks beautiful. They even added a little bit of paint there on the crotch. That all looks great. And Decepticon symbols with the silver outlines, it all looks great. So you have the main hitch, exact same as the Earthrise, or should I say the original Siege one. I can do it as well. I'm gonna switch them out even, like so. It's alright. And of course this guy can do the hover mode, and his back one's always a little bit sticky. I prefer to have mine angled out a bit, but of course you can do the straight down look as well if you really want to. Looks a little small that way, but it is official, even if it's not in the instructions. Speaking of which, the instructions basically show you how to adjust the guns to the figure. They don't actually show you anywhere to actually store all the extra accessories. I will say there are a decent amount of ports on the side of this guy here, so if you really want to, you can do the whole huge bits on the side, which doesn't look half bad. You can't really tab into there. You can tab them in on the top and that'll just fit with both of them on there. So it's not entirely a lost cause with these extra accessories. You know, you can still get some, well, some of the paint rubbed off from that guy. But the problem is with that, you can't really fit the trailer on. Oh boy. Out of all of these spoiler crates, I think this one has the nicest figure, but the most disappointing accessories. At least George Magnus, you actually got the recolor rung, which is nice. This one, they barely work. I mean, it is nice to have accessories for other figures. It is nice to have another, you know, Action Master, Battle Master, whatever, or Target Master. It is nice to get these, which are actually pretty decent and work a lot with other figures. Well, do work well with this one. Mainly these I'm disappointed with, and even with the Power of the Prime's original Nemesis, these were kind of a disappointment because of the awkward position of the ports and, which I say, the pegs, and how it didn't really clip in and interact well with that figure. So some hit, some miss. Overall, say it's a hit. Definitely like this figure. I'm glad I picked it up. Would I recommend getting it? I mean, if you really like Nemesis Prime, you really like the Siege mode, or you don't have a Siege mode, get it. I think it's a great way, especially if you got the Earthrise figure and you want something different. You don't want just another Optimus. You know, you can get a different colour set up for it, then go with this one. I will recommend it over the teal coloured one, and especially this comes with the trailer, which is nice. So if you want to get yours, I'd say your best bet would be Big Bad Toy Store, or any other well-known online retailer. I just realised even the back inside is painted. It's nice. Or you can just get lucky like me and find it in the store. Apparently I got this just as they could put it on the shelf, so it probably would have been gone if I was any later. Anyway, I think that does it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, you learned something about this figure, and whether you want to get it, you know, this whole spoiler pack, or if you're a completionist or whatever, and you want to know what you're getting into. Hopefully you learned something. This video is getting kind of long, so I'm going to say thanks for watching. Please hit like, subscribe if you want, get notified, press that bell, and see you next time. Bye for now.